Hello, and welcome back to Fallout 4. We are checking out the ending for the Brotherhood of Steel, and they have sent me to the glowing sea
off duty. That Salisbury steak is mine.
to find some nukes. Now, if I understand correctly, no, they did provide me with a marker, so okay. Should be this direction, right? Right. So, without further ado, let's go. Apparently it's time to put on a hazmat suit. Well, so far this is going relatively smoothly. I'd say so. We're not encountering a lot of local wildlife, so... Let's hope it stays this way. Hmm? I think we begin to approach the Sentinel site, right? Now, we could go to the front entrance, but if my memory is correct, there should be a back entrance. Or is it this one? It must be this one. Damn. I was hoping that I can be smart because I already know the layout. So all I have to do is to reach the back entrance and that's it. Well, I stand corrected. Did we fix the elevator? Nah. Now another question that I have is whether the ghouls came back. I doubt that I need to speak to someone over here, so we can put this one. And move ever so faster. I don't think they actually recovered after my previous visit. That makes it a little bit easier. That means that I just need to run through the place and that's it. Wrong turn. Yeah, here. Oh, I don't remember this room.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
It's all right, brother. I am a child of Atom too. I'm part of a church up north, the Nucleus, near a town called Far Harbor.
Far Harbor. You've seen Atom's holy veil, but you have traveled so far. I apologize. I will not keep you from finishing your pilgrimage. Take this, and prepare to enter his inner sanctum. Follow the brilliance of the glow, and it shall lead you to the relics. May Atom's radiance warm your soul.
His terminal password. Okay. Atom's Wrath.
Sir?
Captain Dunleavy's holiday.
This is Captain Mitch Dunleavy, 132nd Engineering Corps at Sentinel Site Prescott. All lines of communication are down, and we're tracking multiple inbounds on radar. This is a drill. We need confirmation immediately. We've got a lot of nervous soldiers over here, Command. This is the big one. They want to head home to their families before it's too late. Some of the inbounds are getting awfully close. Wait a minute. The inbounds are splitting into multiple targets? Oh, hell. This is it, isn't it? May God have mercy on our souls.
May Atom guide you.
Yeah, don't mind me, okay?
You sweet brother.
What do you have in your terminal, by the way? How did I miss this guy? Well, that's indeed a stockpile of bombs, that's for sure. And with that we can get out. Shouldn't be too far. Now I might need AP in case I encounter somebody here. Someone is relatively nearby. Is that Prydwen far away that I see when the lightning strikes? Yeah. Now that we're out of the glowing sea, I feel a little bit more confident to sprint around. Huh? Oh, it's return to Proctor Ingram. God damn it. Okay. Could replenish my grenades as well though. So, come on, you can get closer, can you not? Bruh. Okay, keep this direction. Keep this heading, please. Okay, and now land it down. Yeah, you impale yourself on a tree, but other than that, I'd say it was a decent landing. 7 out of 10. I've seen worse, let's put it this way.
All systems go.
I want to
Clear for
replenish
takeoff.
my grenades, so first we head to Prydwen.
Weapons hot and ready to bring the pain, sir.
Well, I guess my congratulations. It's a funny bug when sometimes weapon just disappears. So if anyone starts to shoot my way, my minigun is gone. Can't do anything with that. For some reason I really find it interesting to observe how objects are loading. I mean, this harbor was almost empty, right? And then it's like a couple of boats, couple of textures, then like the dirt, now the dirt disappears. Yeah, see? And now it's all gone. Even like the walls of the building. Anyway. Yes, of course we must collapse with the Prydwen because, well, I mean, how else can it be, right?
Prepare for landing. Touchdown could be a little rough. Might want to have Night Captain.
I'm here just for a second.
Attention. Due to increased raider activity, all leave requests to off-base sites have been temporarily suspended. Affected parties will
Nice
have
work
their
bringing
leave
Dr.
compensated
Lee
at the
back
next
into the
available
fold.
opportunity.
I'll take a look.
Sure, I've got something that'll...
Uh-huh. Proctor Tegan,
What brings you to me today?
set me up.
All of my weapons are mission ready.
Perhaps I have some grenades that I can sell to the guy. I mean, not a lot. But he can take them, right? And that offsets my purchase, so...
believe it's alive. It's ridiculous.
Heard you gave those muties at Fort Strong something to think about.
So, and now back to the robber thing.
Looks like Liberty Prime's coming along. Can't wait to see him smash the Institute.
Oh. We have arms, we have legs. What are we missing? Status. Weapons and fusion core are offline. Prime's old arms and legs ran off of a liquid-feed hydraulic system. Unfortunately, we've resigned the arms and legs to accommodate his new frame, and they're almost twice as heavy. The only thing strong enough to drive those limbs would be electromagnetic actuators. Fortunately, our new recruit was able to use our workbench facility to build them for us. All that remains now is getting Prime's arms and legs attached, arming him with bombs, and getting his core started.
Ingram?
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
There's only one way to find out.
Absolutely.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
So, let's go crush the commies or something, right?
Liberty Prime, back online.
All right, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
But we're out of
Run a
those.
system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning. Nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning. Power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders. compromised.
I've got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
What was that he said about his power core?
Prime's in top shape, but his nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right now, we have him running off of the Prydwen's engines. Once I get that sorted out, we'll send him off to kick in the Institute's front door. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
T60 medic pump.
Damn. I didn't get anything for you.
Oh, sure you did. It's that big metal behemoth standing over there. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Prydwen. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
A new recruit came through again by finding us an old weapons disposal facility full of Mark 28 nuclear bombs. We have more than enough to equip Prime for his upcoming mission. The last step is starting up his fusion core with the beryllium agitator. Once that device is plugged in, we can pull the big guy off life support and send him on his way. Any chance I can speak with him now that he is online? Mr. Prime? Sir? T60 pump, you say? Is it a mod? It is a mod. Yeah, I guess I'm kinda a white crow in here, in that, in the sense that quite a lot of knights are wearing power armor, and here is me in my military fatigues.
Can you believe synths are replacing?
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
Huh?
Not at all. I have nothing to hide.
I find that very hard to believe. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Danse is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Danse are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
Had he told me, it would have been my duty to report it immediately.
Apparently I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Danse is a synth. He represents everything we hate. A monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future. Which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Danse and execute him.
Isn't there some other way?
Absolutely not. My decision is final. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Danse was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Shit. I mean, not that I'm really surprised. Going over the wiki, I eventually found it out.
Activity, all
But
leave
it's still
requests
unpleasant.
to off-base sites have been temporarily suspended.
Knight, I was told you were coming.
Affected parties will have
Sorry
their
about
leave
this business
compensated
with
at the next
Danse.
available opportunity. That is all.
What do you know about this situation?
While I was decrypting all of the data you acquired from within the Institute, I came across a list. It appears that the Institute keeps exemplary records where their synths are concerned, including logging those that were reported missing. As I was perusing this list, I came across an image of Danse under the heading M797. A quick DNA comparison with our own records told the rest of the tale. I'm certain this comes as quite a shock to you, Knight. I'm sorry.
I don't need apologies. I need to know where he is.
Yes, you're quite right. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Danse had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Danse being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Danse up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
How did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Brotherhood. Maxson's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Danse, and if we find him, report his location to you. That can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? That's all you have to say? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Danse did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Haylen! You're addressing a senior officer, and you will show him the respect that he's due. Or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
At this point, I'll take all the help I can get.
Very good, sir.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, sir.
Sure thing. Are we going to fight deck? because it doesn't really look like it.
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Danse?
That's a risky question, Haylen.
I know it is, but I need you to listen to me for a minute. I've known Paladin Danse ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Danse.
Ooh, she's not getting fine this Brotherhood.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxson's orders without thinking about what you're doing. Danse is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you, not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Prydwen showed up, Danse had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war US military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
Ammunition or weapon mods. Proctor Tegan might have what you need.
It would be nice if we could travel from the Prydwen flight deck. Instead, I need to do this Danse Macabre.
I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from repeating the apocalypse.
The duty shift was long, but I'm glad we're making a difference out here.
I thought you already loaded some
Paladin
there, no?
Danse lied to all of us. I hope he hasn't been feeding the Institute information.
Instruments read all clear. We're green for takeoff.
Oh, then let's go.
Your weapon is locked and loaded. Good hunting.
Thank you. It shouldn't be terribly far away from here. Who's that? No clue. That would be the National Guard training yard. There should be a sentry board either there or there. Stop shooting at me. Who's doing that?
Prepare for landing. Touchdown could be a little rough. Oh, that was fast.
Going down. I all.
Hi there. How you doing? Sorry, I had no time to explore the location, so give me please a moment. Because I immediately got ambushed by a couple of Protectrons. I mean, they had it coming, right? Report 10. Captain Rutledge ordered me to take over long-range monitoring today. That means 4 weeks stuck in this bunker with only military rations, old magazines, and a transistor radio to keep me company. However, I'll try and make the best of it by doing my job and monitoring the airwaves for any suspicious transmissions. Maybe next month I'll get a more interesting assignment, but for now it's time to kiss the light of day goodbye for a month. Had a strange incident today. I was monitoring the low-band frequencies, the stuff normally used by outdated equipment, when I came across a very strange repeating message. It was in English, but it was very difficult to make out due to all the static. It stopped broadcasting after about an hour, but I made out a few phrases. Internal void, dreams are getting darker, and blood runs so still. The only other thing I picked up was what I assumed to be a call sign, DEK. I'm going to send these phrases over to translation in Washington as soon as possible. I haven't heard a thing from Washington yet, so I assume they haven't come up with any answers. While I was waiting, I decided to continue monitoring that same frequency around the clock. I tuned in, but I haven't heard a thing in 4 days. I'm getting awfully anxious to hear something new or for the translation guys to tell me what the heck I had heard, but for now I'll just have to wait. I woke up today to a banging noise on the elevator door, like someone was trying to get in. I looked at the readout and it said that the elevator has been in its locked down position since I got here, so that doesn't make any sense. I decided to activate the bunker's defense system as a precaution and broke out the emergency rifle we keep locked up down here. I have to admit, a cold chill was running down my spine. The banging continued for almost an hour straight, then it stopped. I don't know why, but I have the strange feeling that this is somehow related to the mysterious broadcast I intercepted. It's been 5 days since the banging on the elevator, and Washington finally broke radio silence to tell me that the holotape recording they received was blank. When I listened to my local playback, I discovered that they were right. My tape had nothing on it. When I mentioned the noises I heard, they told me it was possible I was experiencing auditory hallucinations from being isolated for so long. They said to hang tight and they'd send someone out to relieve me. It's possible that this isolation did something to my mind. Maybe I wanted to find a mystery to solve to occupy the time so badly my imagination decided to take over. Whatever it was, I hope this doesn't go down on my permanent record. It probably does, though.
I'm not surprised Maxson sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
Why didn't you tell me, Danse?
Because I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Haylen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxson even want me alive?
How could you not know that you're a synth?
It doesn't make sense to me either. It just feels like a cruel joke. I remember being a child. I remember growing up in the ruins, everything. Suppose they programmed that all into my head. I mean, I feel like I've been in control of my entire life, making my own decisions and determining my own fate. Even though the proof states I'm a synth, I don't feel any different than I did before. I still feel like a human. Why does any of this even matter to you? You're obviously here to carry out Maxson's orders. Does he even want me alive?
No. But I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that this must be difficult for you. I wish Maxson had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxson, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
It's humans decided to let's fight for the resource, let's have a war, and then the war got out of hand. It's not the technology itself. Never blame the technology. What if you make a technology that makes decisions? Then it can decide something, and then it will probably be meant to make decisions, eh?
I know this is tough, but don't...
If you really feel that way, why did you run in the first place?
The moment I learned the truth, I knew my life was in danger. I'm a soldier, so self-preservation kicked in. I needed to regroup and assess the situation. Once I got here, and I had some time to think, I realized I'd just made everything worse. I should have stayed on the Prydwen and accepted the inevitable. Like I said, I need to be the example, not the exception.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I've made my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxson's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
Is there any way out of this?
We both know that this is the right thing to do. If you refuse to follow Maxson's orders, you're undermining everything the Brotherhood stands for. I can't allow that to happen on my account.
No. I won't do it, Danse.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
I've already lost my family. I don't want to lose my friend.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I should consider how my death might affect the people that care about me. People like you and Haylen. Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
What's our next move?
You need to continue your fight against the Institute. I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxson will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Oh, that was that. Some great methods. Okay.
Going up.
If I have some oil on my blade from stabbing down the protectrons, then maybe it will serve as some kind of a proof for Maxson.
Ground floor.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's still alive. Because you're wrong about him.
Him! Danse isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Danse. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
That's actually a good speech. I like it.
Danse wants to save mankind, not destroy it.
You're as delusional as you are insubordinate. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory, and some of my memories aren't my own. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide, know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Danse, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
I'm still trying to get both.
After all the sacrifices I've made and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
Whether he's human or not, Danse saved the lives of countless Brotherhood soldiers. Now it's time you saved his.
You're a stubborn man. So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Danse to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive, which leaves me with only a single alternative. Danse, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood knight, and your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Prydwen, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of him. I'm returning to the Prydwen Knight. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
So we actually can. We actually can save Danse and remain a knight in the Brotherhood.
Hi.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxson like that.
So what are you gonna do now?
I've decided to stay here. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post, but it will have to do. Besides, you're still gonna need my help, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone. Now, you better get back to the Prydwen. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
What about Haylen?
I don't think Maxson knew she was involved, so she'll be safe. I'll contact her and let her know what happened here. It's the least I could do.
Watch out for its flamethrower!
Hey there.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxson.
Now
like
he's
that.
there with the blood spot, okay.
At least we know he isn't chasing you anymore. If you stay here, you should be safe.
That's an excellent suggestion. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this. Besides, you're still gonna need my help. Now, you better get back to the... If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
Goodbye, Danse.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet, it will be under happier circumstances.
Oh, and now there is no blood.
All systems go. We're clear for takeoff. Your weapon is locked and loaded. Good hunting.
You really like to make rounds in the air, right? Because this is not the correct direction. Please don't swim us in the ground.
Setting her down at the target location.
Excuse me? Huh? Okay, that didn't work out exactly like I wanted. I mean, it was fun, for sure. I guess we can call it that way.
The Institute and their techno...
Reporting is ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Danse. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned, he's dead. Do you understand?
Sure thing.
Understood.
Good. Of course. Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
Interesting how he promotes the guy who just showed an exorbitant amount of insubordination.
Where did Danse keep his power armor?
I'm certain you can find it in Proctor Ingram's section of the ship. Wear it with pride. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Attention. Halberd pilot to station Epsilon. Halberd pilot report to station Epsilon. That is
Tactical
all.
thinking.
Well deserved, Paladin.
So which one is Dance's? Because I know that this is mine, right? This is not mine. Neither is this.
I can't believe super mutants were human once.
60D.
Science have gone so
BOS 5 instead of 2. Okay. Have a question though. Yeah. Now I got rid of the medical pump. Okay, so it seems like we transition slowly to the more combat-packed stage of, I don't know, this faction quest. It seems like we, well, judging by the logo of the quest, that our next target will be to get rid of the railroad. But we will do that in the next episode. For now, thank you for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay. And if that's the case, then please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel, or otherwise let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there, and bye.